Alright, today we're making the accessories video for the Kepler. The V-Tire Speedsters are my last piece to the puzzle for my accessories video. So today, I'm not only going to show you my accessories, but we're also going to install those tires. Hello everybody, today we're going to talk about all the accessories I've added to the Ariel Rider Kepler. This is the V2 version 2. It's got the turn signals. It's got a couple different things compared to the V1, and I've done a lot to it since I've gotten it. I received this bike recently. It's only a month old or so I've done a lot to it since then. So we're just going to start at the beginning and work our way back, and I'm going to show you everything that's been done. So I've talked about these a few times in my social media world. I've added these spoke skins. I did 3 different colors, so I did a light blue, a dark blue, and then a white, and kind of just mixed them up. They're not in really any order, but I just kind of separated everything, and it turned out really good. Somebody said they didn't understand why you would do something like this, because it's kind of like something a kid would do, but I think it changes the look of the bike, and I don't really care. I think it looks great. Especially, I haven't seen anybody do 3 different colors like this, at least not in the Ariel Rider Kepler groups. It turned out really well. Now these are a pain in the butt to install. It took me probably a total of 2 hours to do these, maybe more, but I did spread them out, and I did about 1 wheel a day pretty much, because it is kind of frustrating. I do plan to add a few more accessories to the bike. I want to get new brake rotors, possibly blue or maybe black, just a different color. Same size and everything, but just something that stands out. I installed the reflective rim tape. That's been very popular on the Facebook groups. So if you guys are interested in any of this stuff, I'm going to put links in the description. But that stuff right there is highly visible at night. It's super reflective and it looks really cool. Not only does it add styling, it also adds safety. So I have a lot of things that add styling and safety to this bike. So we'll go through all of that. I did this yesterday. I added some blue wire loom, and I probably need to do a little bit better job, but that's what it looks like. It turned out really well. It comes stock with black, and I basically just replaced the black and put blue wherever that was. I added these little rubber lever grips on the brakes, on the brake levers. Kind of just an accent piece. Adds a little bit of comfort. Looks pretty cool. And then underneath here we have a arc light module, which these are the same thing that are on my pedals down underneath, but these are just flashing lights, and depending on the orientation that you have them in, they change color. So just another flashing light to add to the front. And then I also have a headlight here we'll go over in just a second. We'll step over here to the cockpit, and we got our half-knee mirror. I really like the styling of this one. It works really well. It's big enough. It's got a lot of coverage, so you can see a lot of stuff behind you when you're riding. I normally have the round half-knee mirrors on my bar ends, but these I think look a little better on the Kepler just because it's a bigger bike. I added these Ergon GP3 grips with the levers. I would suggest getting the GP1s if I were to do it again. You don't necessarily need these horns. I have them on my Brompton, that's why I got them, and I really like them on there. But for an electric bike, you don't really need that extra leverage. That's the ergons. They're super comfortable. I had to add glue to this one over here because because you cut it, it doesn't have the bridge that holds everything together after you cut it. So you have to go in and glue these down. So there's some glue. I'll leave a link in the description for that. We got our phone case, which I use all the time. I have a couple of them. This one's the better version. It's got a better little crank down here that has a little knobs on each side, so it makes it a little easier for you to tighten it down. I got our flashlight under here. This you guys probably haven't seen yet. This is a shred light headlight. I also have a couple other lights of theirs on the bike, so I'll show you those in just a second. But this is the 1000 lumen headlight that they offer. It has I have a diffuser in here that's supposed to spread the light out more. And the cool thing about the shred lights is that they're easily removable. They have a little lever here that you just pull on and they slide out. So easy for charging, easy to swap between bikes. This little handlebar attachment here, you can get these in a pack, and you can add them to multiple bikes, so you can just swap your headlight between them. I have one on here, I have one on my Brompton, and it's just really convenient that you can do that with this headlight. It's one of my favorite features. Now it has a bunch of flashing modes, so we can turn it on here just by hitting this button here. There's one on each side. You gotta push them both. You can see it's kind of diffused light, and then you can tap through and go through the different blinking modes, or you can do solid. Now you can increase the brightness too. There's a button on the top of it that you just hit to increase the brightness. It's underneath here. Can you see it? It's that little button right there. So, a bunch of different settings. Here is the Bluetooth speaker that I use. This is called the Tribit Stormbox Micro. They have a version 1, which is this one, and they have a version 2. The cool thing about it is that it has a strap over here, and you can just strap it around anything pretty much, and it holds in place. So it fits perfect right here on the stem, so it points the audio straight at me. And I thought that was pretty convenient whenever I first got them. I have a bunch of them. You can put them in party mode. I actually have another one on the back of the bike here, down underneath the seat, which it just twisted, but it's down there. So you can stick it in the party mode or stereo mode. You can have one left channel and right channel, or you can have them both play the same thing. It's pretty cool. Next, we have our horn, which I have it set on the lowest setting so it doesn't scare anybody, but it gets pretty loud. This is a horn and an alarm all built in one. I don't really use the alarm feature. I have another alarm on my bike for that. But that's the one of the most recent purchases I made for the Kepler. I just wanted to try it out. Moving over, same grips, just a shorter version of the ergons. And then I have my 3D printed thumb throttle, which I sell these in my online store. If you guys are interested, I'm sold out of a bunch of the colors, but if you go to my website and enter in your email address, if there's a demand for a certain color, I'll print some more, and then you guys will get notified when I add them to the store. If you're interested in this, it's pretty cool. It's just a 3D printed part that slips over the grip and then slides over here, and you can make adjustments. You know, if you don't have it high enough, you can make adjustments on the fly. That's kind of how I designed it, and it holds in place when you push down on it. A lot of people use zip ties. I just think this looks better. Goes with my blue theme. Moving on to the frame, we got our Fidlock water bottle, and this is really cool because it makes it easy to hop up on the bike, so you can just take that off, hop them on the bike, and stick it back on. It's all magnetized. It's convenient for when you're riding because you can just grab it, take a drink, and then set it back on there, and it magnetizes down, and it doesn't fly off if you hit any big bumps. I have not had it fall off once while riding, but I have had it fall off where I've kicked it with my foot, because I'll usually leave it on, but it is easier to hop over the frame with this off. So you have the convenience of it being magnetized, so you can easily remove it. We got our special edition Randy Ride stickers. If you leave a comment down below of stickers, you can get a set of these. I'll mail them to you. Information is down in the description. Over here we have our alarm. It has a key fob that alarms it. It's really loud. Probably not the best place to put it, but I don't know if anybody would really know what this is. But it's a nice little safety feature. I've been trying out a bunch of different seats. So this is the Respiro by Sealy Royale. I just put this on last night. I'm gonna ride around with this for a little bit. So far I like it. I did have the YLG seat on here for a long time, which is super comfortable, but I'm doing a seat review that'll be coming soon, so stay tuned for that. But that's the Sealy Royale Respiro seat. It's got ventilation. It's got a little vent that comes here and out to your buttocks area. Next thing, probably one of my favorite additions, just because it is super comfortable having this when you're riding. This is the Redshift Shock Stop Suspension Seat Post, and it's amazing. Now, it comes with a extra spring for heavier people, so you can add a spring to it. I added it, makes it a little bit more sturdy, so that actually improved the performance quite a bit. I found a trick to install the seat on here. It's a little bit easier with a couple little tips. I can provide you a tip and show you how to install that. If you guys have any problems, just let me know. But this is by Redshift. I also have another Redshift product down here, and these are the arc light pedals. Same module as the light module in the front, but it has the pedal base. So these, I did a whole dedicated video on these, and they're just magnetized. They blink, so you got red on the back and white on the front, and it always knows what orientation they're supposed to be in, so that's nice. And it adds more safety features, 360 degrees all the way around your bike on both sides, so that's very convenient and very cool and awesome for safety. Got some more spoke skins back here and our tape. Next up, this is the helmet I've been using. It's a Lumos Ultra. It has integrated lights in the back and in the front, so you just push the power button here. You can set different modes and change the light pattern through the app. It does have an iPhone app. It also has an Apple Watch app, so you can control the turn signals. It has turn signals here, and it comes with a little remote, which I don't have on this bike. It's on my Brompton. You can hit the left and right button on the remote to turn the signals on as well. Underneath here, you guys have seen this before, but this is my Rock Bros bag. It's really nice. I've secured it down with some metal straps, and you can't see that right now. I got my camera bag in here, but that's really nice. And then it's got panniers on the side here that fold out, and you just unzip this, and then you have a pannier that falls out on each side, and it gives you more space to store things. So I really like that bag. It's been very clutch in a lot of situations for carrying things like tripods and camera gear and groceries and snacks and whatever else I go off and buy. This is my battery box. You guys all know about that if you've seen my video. There's a second 52 volt 20 amp hour battery back here. This is bolted down to the rear rack of the Kepler and provides double the range that I would get off of the stock battery and this one combined. So you'll be able to go really, really far. There is a dedicated video all about this. I'll leave a card and a link in the description to that video. And these are the other shred lights. These are the SLR ones, and these are red. I have white ones as well. I just haven't figured out where I want to mount them yet. A lot of people use these on skateboards, but they're easily removable, so we can recharge them, and they just flash red. Just extra safety, being that I drive this on the street a lot because it is fast enough to go on some of the roads. I like to have a lot of extra lights, a lot of blinking lights, so people actually see me. And even with these, they still don't see me very well. And then finally, the last thing here is my Randy Rides license plate, and that's the last thing I have installed. What we're gonna do next is go home and swap out these tires. We're gonna put on some Veetireco Speedsters, and we'll see how well they perform. It should quiet down the road noise and provide us a little bit quieter ride. The Kepler is my daily driver right now. It takes me wherever I want to go with ease, and I absolutely love it. Thanks again, Ariel Rider, for sending this out to me. Thanks, Redshift, for sending me the seat post and the pedals. That was very nice of you. Thanks to UPP for hooking me up with a battery. Thanks to Veetire for supplying me the tires we're getting ready to put on. Thanks to Shred Lights for sending me out the Shred Lights. thanks to all the companies I've been working with here in the last couple years. I appreciate all of you. And let's go head off and make a install video of these tires. Alright, we're gonna do the circumference of this tire. Hello, how are you? Oreo. Alright, so for this part, I always start on the opposite side of the stem to get this to come out. That's usually the easiest part, especially on smaller tires, but I just do it for everything. And then you just get your tire lever in there. Once you get it going, it's pretty easy. That's it. And you'll take your tube out. Which this one still has quite a bit of air in it, so I might have to let some out. It's actually got a really long stem. That's pretty much it. Then you take your Veetireco Speedsters. Unravel them and try to get them as straight as you can. There you go. Now does this have a, this should be at the same tread direction. Either way you put it, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to put the lettering on the brake side. Just get one side of these on your wheel. You can usually do this by hand like that. And then find your hole for your inner tube. Get that in the general spot of where you're installing your tube. Always leave some air in your inner tube when you do this part. Makes it so much easier. And then you can rotate if you don't have it in the exact spot. Then you just take that valve stem and you stick it through the hole like that. Get your inner tube all the way around inside the rim. This might be kind of hard to see. Just like that. And then we just slide this on. Most of it we can do by hand until we get down to the end. Now these are a little bit smaller in width than the stock tires, so we'll see how well that works. What did I do with those? Here we go. Just take your tire lever and work your way in. See, we almost got it all the way on already. There we go. Didn't even need the tire levers. Then you just air these up, and these you're gonna have to watch because, like I said, they're thinner. So you're gonna have to really pay attention to the bead. You have to take this off in order to get to the bike. And we may have a torque washer in here, I don't remember. Probably have one on the other side. There's that. There's that. Alright, that one's good. Here's your torque washer, it's on this side. Cut that off. Cut that off. So about 80, 89. Definitely less rolling resistance. Well, let's see what we can get here. Definitely a lot quieter. Quieter, less rolling resistance. Seems like you can get up the top speed faster, but that's kind of hard to tell without riding it around a little bit more. Definitely a ton quieter than the stock ones. Here, I'm not going to use throttle or brake, and we're just going to coast down this hill. And I am going to run the stop sign only for testing purposes, so yell at me in the comments if you want to. But we're still rolling. Oh, it's got a slight hill though, so let's see if I can turn here and keep it going. Still doing 13 miles an hour. Haven't touched the brake or the gas. Or the throttle, I should say. Probably gonna have to here though. Come on, we got enough oomph to get up over here. Saving battery. Should start increasing speed here. Here's a little decline. Still no throttle or gas, or still no throttle or brake yet. Yeah, so I rolled like forever. Okay, now we're going to use the throttle after this guy goes. Yeah, definitely a lot quieter than stock. Alright, well yeah, that's the Kepler accessories video. The last piece to the puzzle was the install of the Veetireco Speedsters. 26 by 3.5. Fit perfect on here. There's a 2-inch difference in circumference. So I don't really know what that equates to, but same top speed, but probably a little faster off the line. Definitely a lot less rolling resistance. So if you like this video, go down there, hit that like button. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think about everything. I know I got a lot of stuff on this bike. Tell me what your favorite item is that I have installed. That would be fun to see in the comments. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to be notified when I upload. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.